Good morning, students. Today we are going to deal with the topic formation of the partnership. Partnership can be called in other words firm also. Partnership in Marathi we can say that a bhagidari firm. So a partnership is the relation between two or more persons who have agreed to share the profits of the business carried out or carried on by all or any one of them acting for all of the partners. So very simple definition or meaning of the partnership has been given here, that it is a relation subsisting between two or more persons who have come together for a specific purpose and agreed to share the profits of the business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So it is a very simple definition. The persons come together for with a specific intention, with a specific purpose, of especially the business purpose. And after establishment of that business purpose, if anything is being got or being received as a benefit, as a profit, then this profit can be shared between or amongst those members of that partners or partnership firms. It means these persons, members are called partners. Now let us see what is the definition of partner and firms. Persons who have agreed into partnership with one another are called individually partners. So it is very simple. Individually, if we say, then it is partners or partners. They are partners. And collectively, these members, these partners are called, along with that organization or business activity, business entity or business venture, along with that, all the members, all the partners are called collectively firm. So I think you have got the definition, meaning of the partners and the firm, and for what purpose, for what intention these institute, these organization, these business activity is to be established. Now let us see the features of the partnership firms. First is membership. There must be a minimum 2 and maximum 20 members must be needed, must be required to form the partnership firm. Second is agreement. So second feature of the partnership firm is that of an agreement. For the purpose of establishment of the partnership firm, there must be an agreement done or entered between the parties or between the members who are going to be the partners, would be partners of that firm. So there must be an agreement between the partners to form a partnership either orally or written, which is also known as a partnership deed. म्हणजे मराठीत त्याला आपण पार्टनरशिपचा दस्त किंवा कागदपत्र असं म्हणू शकतो, किंवा त्याला मराठीत परत एकदा आपण त्याला भागीदारी दस्त, म्हणजे भागीदारी करण्यासाठी एक ॲग्रीमेंट करावी लागते. दोन किंवा दोनपेक्षा जास्त व्यक्ती एकत्र याव्या लागतात. प्रॉफिट शेअरिंगच्या उद्देशानं काढलेली, निर्माण केलेली कोणती संस्था आणि त्या संस्थेसाठी, त्या संस्थेच्या निर्मितीपोटी भागीदारी दस्त स्टॅम्प पेपरवर तयार करणं, त्याला रजिस्टर करून घेणं, याला ॲग्रीमेंट असं आपण म्हणू शकतो. So there must be a mutual agreement, must be established amongst the members of the partners of the firm. Third feature is the business. As I told you, the partners or the members must come only for the purpose of doing or starting their business and getting any profits from that business or from there on. So generally a partnership may undertake any lawful business activity. The partnership can be formed only for the purpose of carrying on the business which is or which must be legal. Illegal business, no way, no way. There that partnership deed is, as I told you in a contract, as we discussed in a contract law, that every agreement which is not enforceable at law is illegal. Every agreement which is illegal itself is a void agreement. So in this case, if the members come together, persons come together to form an association, to form a partnership for the purpose of smuggling of the goods, then this is an agreement. This will not turn into a contract, and thereafter this is a void agreement, we can say. Fourth feature is a mutual agency. So the acts of one partner are binding on other partners, because collectively these partners are the firm, they are the one body of the persons. Thus partnership business can be carried on by all or by any of them acting for all. Suppose there are two persons who have formed a partnership, one resides in Pune and one in Kolhapur. So the business is carried out in Kolhapur. So the person or the member or the partner who resides in Pune, he says, he gives a full authority as an agency, say, or on behalf of that person, say, or a power of attorney, you can say, to the person who is residing in Kolhapur to do activities on behalf of that person who is living in Pune, but he is the member or he is the partner in the firm. So that is why it is said the partnership business can be carried on by all or any of them acting for all. The one person can do the business, but he must do in the name of the other partners also. That is most important. Now, fifth feature is the one of the most important feature characteristics of the partnership firm is a profit sharing. If there is no sharing of profits amongst the members, amongst the partners, then there is no business which we cannot say which will give the members equal proportion the profits. So the partners of the firm share the profits of the firm in the ratio specified in an agreement. Whatever that's been decided or has been decided amongst the partners in that agreement, then we can say that according to that agreement or provision of that agreement, the respective procedure to be followed by the members of the firm. Now let us look at the merits of partnership. Now, what are the merits of partnership as far as the compared the other existing business, for example, companies and LLP and the partnerships and one-man company? So, what are the merits of the for establishing or of establishing the partnership firm? First is it is a very easy to form. A formation is a very easy. One stamp paper of 100 rupees, if you bring down and we along with your other members, other partners, if you write down the terms and conditions of your agreement, of your business, of your gains, profits and due process, whatever it may be, retirement and inclusion of the other partners, etc., new partners, retirement of the partners, expulsion cases, etc., all is very is under the purview of legal process or legal statute, and it is very easy to form a partnership firm than other, because there is no requirement of the registration of the partnership firm also. If you form a partnership on the stamp paper and if you don't get it registered, if you start your business at once, then it will do, no problem, no issue at all, because the partnership firm, that is why it is said here that it is very easy to carry out, to form or to create a partnership firm compared to other existing formats of the businesses. Second is division of work. So already there are members, there are partners, so division of work is possible. This is one of the merit of the partnership firm. So the work is to be carried out by each and every member separately. So there is a division of power, division of work is one of the essential feature or merit of the partnership firm. Thereafter, motivation. So one partner can give another motivation if one is retired, if one is in adverse conditions, economic adverse conditions, if one is suffering from health. So members are less partnership firm in a partnership firm. That is why it becomes very easy and it becomes very necessary also to motivate other persons, other members to carry out the business in a fast way, in a speedy way. So larger financial resources, because it is a partnership firm's liability or the members liability or the partners liability is absolutely the unlimited liability as far as the profit and as far as the loss is concerned. That is why the financial resources are very larger. One can invest whatever he thinks, that amount as much as he thinks fit, or great amount he can invest in the partnership firm. Risk sharing is also same. Whoever, whatever amount he invests in that partnership firm for carrying out the business. So the risk of profit and risk of the loss also will be same, will be in proportionate as far as the each partner is considered. Now let us see what are the demerits of partnership. First is unlimited liability, just I discussed. So one is not liable as far as his share, as far as his investment has been in or his money or share has been taken from that business activity or that partnership firm. So limited liability means what? The member's liability, the owner's liability or shareholder's liability is limited to the extent of the shares he has taken from that company. In the same, but for example, suppose I have taken 10,000 shares of 10,000 rupees from one company. So I will be liable for only 10,000. If the company is in a loss, complete loss, so other person, Mr. A, has invested 1 crore. So he will be lost 1 crore. But I will lose only 10,000 because I have invested 10,000. Whatever amount you have invested, the liability will be limited to that extent. It is called a limited liability, whereas the unlimited liability is the liability which is unlimited. If the company goes in bankrupt, becomes bankrupt or insolvent, or that partnership firm becomes bankrupt, then and the company or that partnership firm has a debt more than that its assets, what will happen? If their assets, if that firm's assets were sold, still there is a loan if remaining, and creditors are following that members to satisfy that debt taken by that firm, then creditors also can seize the property, personal property, for example the land, for example the house, for example the other property, that can be seized by the creditors for the purpose of satisfying the debts of the partnership firm or taken by the partnership firm. So it is one of the demerit of the partnership firm is that of unlimited liability. Uncertainty, अनिश्चितता. So uncertainty, risk of mutual losses, and non-transferable transferability of shares, conflicts between or amongst these members, amongst these partners are used to be there, and these are the some of the demerits of the partnership firm. Shares cannot be transferred. One partner cannot say, I would like to transfer my shares to other, and he will become a member or partner in that firm. No, it will not happen. It is not allowed, it is not permissible. But in the public limited company, you can freely transfer your shares. It is one of the important feature of the company under the Companies Act. But it is not one of the most important aspect of the partnership. Partnership is a completely against the features of the company. Company's liability limited, partnership's liability unlimited. Company is a legal distinct person, partnership is not a legal distinct person. Company, if is to be registered, then it has to follow certain norms, legal norms, whereas the partnership firm has not to follow certain norms, legal norms. Only if they come together, they sign a document of agreement, then it is to be said that a partnership is to be created or has been created. Non-transferability of the shares, it is one of the demerit of the partners. Now let's look at the types of partnership. So partnership has especially three types. Partnership can be formed at will. Partnership can be formed or formulated for a fixed period. After after that period, completion of that period, automatically that partnership comes to an end. And partnership at will means it is depend upon the wish of that partners. If they think that okay, tomorrow we are going to wind up the partnership, it's okay, end of the partnership, it's okay, no problem, they can end up the partnership at their own will, at their own wish. And fixed means if the partnership has been fixed or formulated for a particular 5 years period, for example, after the 5 years period is over, then automatically that partnership comes to an end. particular partnership. A particular partnership means a partnership in a particular business, for a particular business, a marketing business, a production business, a selling business, whatever it may be, agricultural produces, process business, whatever it may be. So that a particular, for particular purpose can be established partnership. That is why it is to be said a partnership is at will, partnership for fixed period, and partnership at a particular, for a particular subject. Types of partners: there are partners, active partners, dormant partners, secret partners, nominal partners, minor partners. Active means they are active, they are doing their business, they are completely participating actively in the uh, that firm's activity. Dormant means sleeping partner, he is not active, inactive partner, he is the member, he is the partner, but he is inactive, he is not working, he is not seen in the working, in the process of the working of that company's affairs. Secret means the partner has been kept his identity secret, actually he is a partner, but he's been kept as a secret. Nominal means the nominal partner. Minor cannot be a partner, but minor can be beneficiary if his dad is a, or if his father is a partner in a firm. Suppose I am a partner in a firm, and if I date, then my issues, my son, my daughters will be beneficial. They will not become a partner in the firm, but they will get the benefits from that partnerships as a profit. So this is the partnerships meaning, features, merits, demerits, and the types of partners we have discussed. Now let us see the what is the registration of the partnership firm. What is the process of registration of the partnership firm? Registration is not compulsory, as I told you earlier. Huh? As I told you earlier, registration is not compulsory. Whereas, as far as the company is considered, registration is a necessary part. Time of registration: an existing firm may be registered at any time. Then the content of partnership deed. When you form a partnership deed, then what must be the contents of that partnership, or what must be written down in that partnership deed? First, name of the firm must be there, name of the partners must be there, name of the address of the partnership firm must be there, name of the business place must be there, date of commencement of the partnership must be there, duration of partnership, profit and loss, sharing ratio, interest on capital, etc. must be mentioned in the partnership deed. Procedure of registration: obtaining prescribed form. For the purpose of registration, what is the procedure? First of all, there is a prescribed form which is uh, issued by the registrar of the firms, partnership firms. uh, we have to fill up that form, we have to enclose the agreement we have entered into, and thereafter we have to submit it. Prepare the statement in the prescribed form: the firm name, the place of the business, date, and the addresses of the firm, the liability of the members, etc. must be mentioned, and that form must be submitted to the registrar of the partnership firm. And for our region, this office is relocated in Pune, city of Pune. So what is the procedure of registration? Signing the statement, thereafter verifying the statement, submitting the statement with the fee, appropriate fee, and the registration is happened. Issue of the certificate of the registration is the last stage, which is a conclusive proof of the your partnership firm has been registered. So this is what we have studied, the process of the registration. Now what are the effects if your partnership is not registered? You're carrying out your business, but partnership haven't been registered. What will happen? So no suit by a partner against the firm can be filed, or partnership firm, if it is not registered, then it cannot file a suit against any firm, any company, or any person or body of persons. No suit by a partner against any other partner cannot be filed. No suit by an unregistered partner against the firm and other partners. There is a no suit by an unregistered partner against the third party also. There is a no suit can be filed by a firm against the other firm, partners, or other third party also. So this is what we have discussed, the effects of non-registration. There is a This suit cannot be filed because if you don't register your partnership, then it doesn't become a legal person. It has not got a legal status as of a person. So filing of a suit cannot be possible for these partners or the partnership firm. That's the end of this topic. I hope you have got the concept. If you have any doubt, feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.